Dylan! You son of a bitch.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dylan, and I'm back again with another comic book review. Now today, I want to talk about some of them Dawn of X titles, baby. Now we got X-Men issue 4, and we got Marauders issue 5. Finally, we're finishing off them issue 4s from that huge week of 5 X-Men titles when we got all those issue 4s. I guess they were holding a big one out for a reason, man. And holy crap. I'm going to tell you now, if you have not read this issue 4 of X-Men, I highly recommend you pause this video and you go back, you read the issue, and then come back and hang with your boy, because this shit was off the chain. This was like Godfather meets fucking X-Men. I don't know, man. This was so badass. Yes, there is a bit of talking. It's a bit of just back and forth of them sitting around at a table talking. But it is them straight going Godfather on him. Magneto's eating a steak, cooking fucking a little medium rare steak, looking pretty damn delicious, and he's just telling them, like, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, back in the day I would have fucked all your asses up and just put all your weapons on you, but now I'm doing things a little differently. We're taking some tips from you guys, and we're gonna use them way better than you guys have been using your little trade secrets. So let's get into X-Men 4. Wow. This issue, it revolves around Magneto, Professor X, Apocalypse, Cyclops, and we got Gorgon. Oh my god, Gorgon is one of my new favorites now. Like, he's so cool. And I don't know if I've ever heard of Gorgon before. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in some of my videos, as I'm reading these, I'm learning more about some of these side characters, and I'm beginning to love a lot more of them. And this is basically, it takes place in Davos, Switzerland. This week, thousands of the world's leaders, economic titans, celebrities, and philanthropists have gathered for the annual meeting of the World Economic Forum. The theme of this year's conference is Globalization for a New Age. How to secure and maintain a cohesive, sustainable world, which seems fitting as the meeting occurs only 1 month after the revelation and previously unknown influence of the mutant nation Krakoa. The resulting economic and political upheaval almost certainly ensures that this topic will dominate conversation. So they know that when they're going to this meeting, that the big thing that they're going to be talking about is the mutants starting their own nation, obviously. I mean, what are we reading this shit for otherwise? But it's only been confirmed in the last few days that an olive branch in the form of an invitation to Davos had been extended to the mutant nation, and the rumors of their possible acceptance and attendance have spread rapidly throughout the assembled media covering the conference. Well, we all wait with bated breath to see if the rumors are true, and more than that, what it might mean for the world at large. And my dog's hopping off the jet, just looking like some straight OGs, man. We got Apocalypse in a suit, baby. We got Cyclops in a suit. We got Magneto. We got Gorgon. We got Professor X. And man, this was issue 4, Global Economics. That's what this one's called. You know, I haven't been a big fan of this artist, Lionel Francis Yu. I just haven't really been been a big fan of all the line work and the faces and stuff. But this one, the story was so good that it wasn't that big of a deal to me. In the past 3 issues, I haven't really enjoyed the artwork, but in this issue, I think it fit decently well. So when they go in, security basically tells them that you can't have your personnel security with you in the meeting. I hope that's okay, you know what I mean? So Cyclops and Gorgon have to sit back and chill. So he's like, Cyclops goes, "We're fine waiting here if you are. Just yell if you need me." And Magneto goes, "You'll come running?" And Cyclops says, "I might take my time, enjoy the sights, rub elbows with my betters." And this old guy, he basically says, you know, come on, gentlemen, the party's waiting for you. And then these guys, the security personnel, looks at Gorgon, and they're like, you guys got to stay here with me, but you're gonna have to surrender your swords. Obviously, we allow security to carry weapons, but something that overt is a problem. And this dude, like I said, is badass. He goes, the problem is when you look at me, and you think the blade. When you look at me, you think the blade's a weapon. Nah, Gorgon is the fucking weapon, and you better watch out, boy. Cyclops goes, a bit of advice, friend. I'd let this go, but don't worry, we'll be on our best behavior. Dude, this shit, man, was so good. It was so good. Like, I was loving this, man. So he leads him in. And he's like, you know, we thought we'd have a little meal arranged, you know, after all, what is dinner but elevated conversation among friends? You know, yeah, motherfucker, you ain't our friends. This is business. This is business, dog. You ain't our friends. But, you know, Professor X, you know, he still has his dream with the humans, so he plays nice. And everyone's like shaking hands with everyone. Thank you, Charles, for coming. Thank you, Eric. They even look to Apocalypse and they're like, what should I call you, sir? Sabah or Mr. Ner, perhaps? And Apocalypse goes, I am Apocalypse. My other names are not fit for you to utter. And it's funny because they're all drinking out of these like fancy wine glasses, and they gotta they gotta give him that big cup. You know, Apocalypse gotta have that big gulp, baby. And he goes, you know, Apocalypse, whatever, it is, regardless, welcome. And, you know, I hope you enjoy this amazing meal we've prepared, and I'd like to offer a toast to peace. So, it looks, as you see, you think, yo, you know something's going on. These humans always got something up they fucking sleeve. So this guy, we see an army, we see like a military unit, and these guys have these things on their heads, and it's obviously to block out Professor X from being able to read that they're there. So this guy's like, this thing itches, and they're like, what the hell are you doing? Don't touch that. It's the only thing keeping them out of your head. You didn't break contact with your skin, did you? No, I don't think so. You did, bro. You did. And then as he's getting served, Professor's getting served some watermelon gazpacho infused with habanero and poblano chilies, he knows what's up. Professor, he sees what the hell they're pulling, so he doesn't let anybody know. I'm sure he let Magneto. Man, I don't even know if he really told Magneto, but I'm pretty sure he told everyone that was with him. He goes, Scott, Tommy, yes, Professor, there are 2 assault teams waiting to converge on our position. One is located on the floor above us, the other floor below. They're shielded again, so that's all the help I can offer. So he figured out where they were quickly, and they were shielded again. Whew, thank God, thank God. But be good boys and take care of that for me, will you? Not a problem, sir. Consider it done. So, the security personnel start saying, why are you both looking at me like that? And Cyclops is just mugging him like, game. Let's cut to the point. What's the end game? Goes, we've been very clear about all that. I honestly don't know what I can say to comfort you. Everyone needs to accept the new normal of Krakoa. And one of the guys from Wakanda, he's like, I think we shouldn't act surprised. A nation will act in its own best interest. This is neither new behavior nor unexpected. We have all seen it before, and it would be dishonest to pretend that our countries don't do the same. And he's like, we will find ways around it. We always do. Call it common ground, if you will. And Magneto, you know, he gives him a little smile like, if that's your position, dare I ask if Wakanda is now interested in a more formal trade relationship with Krakoa? He goes, on that, I'm afraid not. It's more than enough for now. And I thought that was something, too, because, you know, Magneto don't really extend his hand, but he did. And he kind of turned him down, which was some BS. But I guess, you know, they're going to try to find that common ground. And what you notice, one guy keeps touching his ear. Keeps a bit, you know, and he goes, you know, but to put it more bluntly, the guy touching his ear, how can we trust you to be part of the world if you spend your time hiding from us on your island? Apocalypse goes, does it look like we're hiding, dude? And they want to talk more about the drugs, and while that's going on, Cyclops is entering in below to take out some of these military team. Magneto says, of course, let's talk about the drugs, you know? You're going to have to forgive our curiosity, but we've all had quite a few of our scientists looking at them, and well, we're not sure how to say this. We're not sure that for some of your drugs, the weekly regimen is necessary. I'm not an expert, but I do know enough about them to say that you're wrong, Magneto says. So, like, whatever your scientists are talking is, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And as that's going on, my dog is just taking all these guys out, taking them out, all by himself too. You know, oh, he goes, but even if this were not true, if we chose to deliver the medicine in the most profitable manner possible, it would just be a lesson you've taught us. Everything we learn is we've learned it from you. So, what do you have to say about that? And what did he see? That guy continues touching his ear. He's like, it's the truth. You cannot blame us for the long history of man, nor can you blame us for the circular nature of it. And, you know, this one lady's like, that's quite a bold claim, any way to back it up. And, they start talking about, like, the past, how humans don't remember their past, they don't remember where they came from, but the mutants, they will always remember how they started, how their mutants society started. They will remember where they came from. They talk about, look at the end of the Bronze Age, the Dark Age, before the Dark Ages. You don't even know what caused it in the end, but there it is, yet another hole in the collective memory of men. The guy who keeps touching his ear goes, who cares what caused the end of the Bronze Age? Apocalypse says, I was alive then. You should care. Is that so? Then tell us what caused the collapse. Me. You better watch out. You better watch how you speak to these mutants, boy, 'cause they ain't playing. They are united, and they are stronger than they ever have been. God damn, this was such a good book. It was so good. Like, oh my god, if you're not reading this, man, I know the past 3 issues haven't been the best, but this issue 4 might have been the best issue compared to any of the Hoxpox issues. The only one I could see is maybe that Moira issue that compares to this, but I think this is the best. So they start talking, and they say, you know, one of the ladies says, you know, this is how, you know, all this type of stuff, this is how it leads to war, yet another conflict between mutant and man, except this time it has the potential to dwarf all that has preceded it. And Magneto goes, no, there will be no war. Is that so? It is. Surely you can see that our methods are changing, and that they have changed. Take me, for example. In the past, I would have seized all your country's weapons and turned them on you. I would have tried to show you how strong I was, how strong I am, while he's cutting up his steak, baby. He's doing this all blunt, man. Oh, dude, it was so badass. But we have learned. You've shown us the way with your quiet weapons of finance and your silent wars of influence. I've seen what you do here. Leverage people with debt, make them pay to be healthy and whole, make them pay to become educated, make them pay you interest so they can have a place to live. And then when you own them, you control them. I have seen what you do, and now we will do the same. And then while he's doing that, Cyclops is taking out everybody. He's already taken them all out, but better versions of a better life, better drugs for a longer, healthier existence. And then we will take the money, the outrageous sums of money you will give us, because it also means more wealth for you, and we will invest it. We will buy your banks, we will buy your schools, we will buy your media, we will buy your politicians, and then when we have bought all the rest, we will buy you, because you have taught us that everything has a price, and we are happy to pay. Then, when we have this influence, we will use it. We will make sure that the wrong sort of people, and you know who, no longer have any economic power. We will not allow them inside our institutions, because it's important they do not have anywhere to peddle their dangerous, outdated ideas. And that is how it will end, like fire, with no oxygen. Yes, of course, there will be still people who fear and hate us. They just simply won't be able to do anything about it any longer. So as I said, there will be no war. And by the way, This was really fantastic. My compliments to the chef. This dude is OG. This is the Magneto I love, man. This dude, he is just, he's gone above. This is a new OG level. Oh my god, man. This is like Don Corleone Magneto, man. This dude, he ain't playing no games. He ain't playing no games. So, like I said, and they're all looking at him like, holy shit. Holy shit. So, at that point, all clear on the second floor, Professor. Good. Almost done here. You should head our way. Let's wrap this up, Gorgon. Time to go. I'll be right there. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He didn't even have to kill any one of them. He dismantled them, cutting their arms off. Look at that. That is a pile of arms, guys. This dude, and he even says, this was your greatest mistake, thinking you were a warrior. Yes, you've studied, you've trained, you've tested yourself against your fellow man, but now you know what you really are and what a true warrior looks like. In the past, my contempt for you would have manifested itself in an uncomplicated manner. I simply would have taken your head. But these are new days, and I am led by brilliant mutants who understand war better than I ever could. I have seen the error of my ways. Now I understand. I am enlightened. I know now it's better that you live like this, with the shame of what you are. Embrace this mercy, human, and never test my kind again. The only thing I wish in this book is that they showed us more Gorgon instead of just this one page. God, I would have liked to see just more instead of the Cyclops stuff, because we know Cyclops is a badass. I would have liked to see those pages become Gorgons, or at least, you know, split it up a little bit more. Man, it was so good. And Magneto goes, while the guy's like this, all the guys are all the secure, all the you know, the unit is, they're gone. Top floor, bottom floor, they're done. I can't help but notice you keep touching your ear. Is everything alright? I'm not sure, to be honest. Hard to tell. Magneto goes, well, let me clear things up for you. They're not coming. What's he talking about? So it doesn't look like everybody knew what this guy was trying to pull. Because the Wakanda fellow goes, what's he talking about? And he's like, he had 2 weapons teams spirited away on the floors above and below us in case things didn't go the way he wanted. And they didn't go his way either in that case. And at some point it would behoove you to recognize that that situation is not the one that can be handled unalitarally. It's not lost on me that I'm the one arguing that the money isn't worth it, but believe me, not worth it. Do you think they are lying to you? The guy with the earplug says. You heard them. They're not hiding what they want and what they are. We cannot trust them. How long do you think until someone blinks and this peaceful detonate disappears? A month? Professor goes, what? A month. That's all it took for you to send someone to Krakoa to kill me. 1 month. It was unsuccessful, obviously. I cannot be killed. Not like that, and not by the likes of you. We didn't send anyone to kill you. It wasn't us, they say. Magneto goes, it was them, the bad humans, they always say. Yet here they come to kill us all. Charles, and all we've done to earn it is promise not to kill them. We even made it a law. Do you think I've completely given up my dream of mutants and humans coexisting peacefully? And Professor pulls some OG shit, some Godfather shit, man. Like when you're wearing someone's wearing sunglasses and they take them off, like, yeah, I'm gonna look you in the eyes when I tell you this, buddy. I'm gonna tell you, and you ain't gonna fuck with me ever again. If you do cross me, this is your warning. And Professor goes, do you think I don't love you? Because I do. I do. And I want you to always remember that. Someone once told me that I've spent my whole life dreaming the wrong dream. And I'll admit the last month, it's been something of an education, but there's a small part of me that will never stop believing in that dream. There's a part of me that will never stop believing in you. So look, dude, this man, he still believes in you after these guys just after they just killed him. But it only took 1 month before you tried to kill me, and you were going to try again today, weren't you? Look at him. He took off the helmet. He took it off to look this man in his eyes and tell him, you basically, and then the guy who, you basically admitted to everyone here today what you see the world as yours. What do you think we would do? Learn the lesson, evolve, adapt, become something more, why don't you? Professor says, the same way I always have. If you want to be angry, if you want to lash out because we are claiming what is rightfully ours, then so be it. Just know it's the last time it ends like this. What's that supposed to mean? I don't think there should be any confusion. It seemed rather clear to me, Magneto says. Mutants have never been in this position before. Being part of a brotherhood of nations, so admittedly, we have a bit of a learning curve to overcome. But we have good teachers in all of you, and we learn quickly. Try us again if you will, but if you will, expect a response. And they walk out like fucking OGs, baby. Holy shit. Holy shit, man. It was so good. So good, and that's how we end that issue. So now let's get into Marauders. This one I'm probably going to go through a little bit quicker. This one, still a great issue. I love Marauders, but this was probably the weakest issue, I'd say, out of the bunch. The artwork was fantastic. It starts off with a little bit of some Christopher Frost, or is that Christian Frost? Christian Frost and Iceman. And they come up to like Antarctica. What is it? The Earth is dawn, the Anthropocene. It's the geological period that features humanity as the dominant influence on the climate. So they have to go and kind of use some of their ice powers to just kind of fix the climate, helping Mother Nature, and they're cooling things down because of climate changes. Oh my god, it's gonna kill me, the word. But it looks like Christian Frost and Bobby are hanging out, and dude, they're on this beautiful ship, and the artwork is just fantastic. Christian's kind of asking Bobby's like, do you love being a marauder, or are you worried about your friend who can't use the gates will die out there, and that the resurrection protocols will fail her? And is that why you and Storm are all over Kitty like the secret bloody service, isn't it? And he's like, call her Kate. But that's a big thing about this issue, is really about Kate still not being able to go through the Krakoan gate, and maybe she's not going to be able to use the benefits that everyone else has been using. God damn, bro. Kate Pryde and Emma Frost, they look really good in this. I thought, like, Kate Pryde, I don't know if I've ever looked at her and been like, yeah, she's hot, but dude, in this, man, she I love her swag in this, man. Like, I love her style. Like, I'm really digging like the pirate look and those cool glasses, man. I love the glasses. She's looking really good. And they're basically, all those in favor of the Blackstone continuing to serve the Madripoor, raise your hand. And motion carries 2 votes and 1 abstention. And that it goes, Kate and Emma go against, the Black King. Fucking, and, Shinobi goes like, I thought I drove my father nuts, but I have nothing on these two. So they kind of start talking, and Emma actually uploads Kate with the Krakoan language because she hasn't been able to get it. She was like, oh, thank you, I was trying to learn it the hard way. The TH is a trip. And she's like, Emma goes like, what is bothering you? And, like I said, she's like, it's just the gates don't work for me. What if the resurrection protocols won't either? Maybe one day I'll be the only old woman on the island. And Emma goes, I know it's cold comfort, but I am afraid to die too, Catherine. Which knows what I return with. And Kate goes like, sometimes I wonder how my life would have turned out if I picked you instead of the professor. She's like, you mustn't ruminate on the past, darling. Besides, I was barely a woman myself, and I would have utterly destroyed you. Now let's meet with these new mutants you've rescued. They need to be given habitats. But first, we gotta get them out of their human clothes. So, as they're talking to some of these, they get a distress call. The Upstart is in a huge fight in the Madripoor Bay, and Kitty Bishop, uh, they talk about Shinobi named the boat the Upstart, and Storm, Kate, Iceman, Bishop, and Pyro. They all take the call, and they're like, "I'll take the gates." Oh. What's Madripoor picking a fight with us for? Money makes its own weather on that lawless island. And the Black King is like, "Yep, off you go, sail to the rescue," because something's up with him, man. He's getting pissed about how everything is kind of not going his way. Everyone's voting against him. The girls are having their way instead of him, and he wanted his son to be the Red King, and that didn't really go how he planned. So now I believe his son is the Black Bishop, and things aren't going his way. So I just know sooner or later he's pulling something, man. He's getting pissed. And Bishop and Storm, they go, and it looks like they're about to walk right into a trap. And even this kid, he goes like, "We don't need you, I'll pay you. You gotta kill a mutant first, then you see Vendetti. Then they make you rich. Not tonight. Stay off the docks. I'm paying you to go home." So they don't want him around because you know what? It's a setup. And Bishop and Storm and Kate, they don't care. They're going right in anyways. And they even are like, "Madripoor used to be friendly to mutants. Like, what's going on?" And he's like, "Somebody called Verendi put money on the streets for mutant blood." And they even know they might be walking into they go to the Madripoor, and they know it might be a setup, but they go anyways, and they're like, "It's Bishop. Anybody inside?" Thank God. But how did you get past? They tried to hit us when we were most vulnerable, and when we offloaded the drugs and brought on the mutants. Like, how did you handle their power dampening gear? Power dampening gear? When you're right, Storm goes. "I suggest you surrender." And it looks like these little shits, they got their own, these little shits we've been seeing in some of the issues towards the end, that look like little kids. They got some of these power dampening suits and a little army going, and they hit Bishop and Storm. And Storm is so badass in this. She's like, "You think I'm powerless?" Rips out a freaking Wakandan blade, and she's like, "You cannot take my power, and I'll take that." And she sticks him right in the eye. Ooh, that boy got it. He got it good. You don't fuck with Storm. You don't fuck with her. And she's like, "I'll have that blade back. It's vibranium." And Bishop got his gun, so he's blasting. Pa, 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 pa. "What you got, bitches? Y'all ain't fucking with Bishop and Storm." Like, come on, man. And these the Russian suits our friends sold us seem to be everything we were promised. Yes, yes. And here comes the second mutant ship. Come to mama. So these kids, they look like kids to me, like teenagers, and they are fucking pulling some shit, man. And you kind of figure out that they got the king and queen, they got a bishop, but they don't have their knights. So Wilhelma Kensington, Manuel Nduke, Chen Zhao as the bishop, and Cade Kilgore is the Black King, and the Black Bishop is Maximilian Frankenstein. I don't know any of these names, but maybe if you guys know in the comments down below, let me know. So Kate and Pyro pull up, and it looks like they're about to run into another ship, and Kate uses her powers so that they can merge through it, and Pyro's like, "Brace for impact," and Iceman goes, "Nice save, Cap, nice save. Oh hell, we're about to prepare to be boarded, and then humanity will never yield to gene junk. Mankind first. Hominus Verendi." So this Verendi guy, it looks like we're gonna see some more about him in issue 6. I thought this was a really cool panel to end, but I don't know much. I don't know anything about these Verendi guy. That maybe he's somebody new. Maybe this is some new cult type thing or a new group. But let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you guys thought. Like I said, the Marauders issue was really good. I would just say maybe it was the weakest out of the 5. It was still fantastic. Don't get me wrong at all about that. It was still really good. The artwork blew me away. But that X-Men issue, I had to go through that. It was just so many good lines in that. But Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of these issues. And if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button on your way out, hitting that subscribe, hitting that bell notification, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.